Okay, so here I'm going to talk about the greasing points and tips and tricks I've sort of learned through this machine over driving it for a couple of years. So I know there's around about 18 grease points on this machine. There's 6 on this loader arm here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Generally every point that moves on this machine. Another 6 on the other side. Now, on this mower deck down here, I think there's 2. So there's one on here, on one blade bearing, and there's another one round here. And there's also, for the front wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, this cover here comes off. There's a grease fitting in there in the U-joint, and obviously there's a one at the other end which you can't see without taking the mower deck off, as well as another 2 under there, and another 2 for the PTO shaft that goes to the mower deck, which runs, can you see it from here? From there to there. So there's another 2 on there, and I think that's mainly all of them. They're very hard to get to. There's the 2 that are really hard to get to are for the rear wheel drive, and that's basically almost under the engine block. That's really hard to get to. But that's most of the greasing things. I generally do that once a week. If it hasn't been used, I'll grease it just before I used it. I like to keep that up on all my machines. A couple of things I've learned with this machine as well, which is generally basic knowledge. So here we have this rod here, which is a level indicator. So when your bucket is flat on the floor, you can tell by this indicator from the operator's station when this receives this like bent bit here. That should basically mean the bucket is level with the ground. You also have this mode here. So if you push that once and then it should click, that will go into a floating mode. So the bucket will follow the grade of the ground and should not dig in. Should not being the word. And then on this way, this is the way you dump the bucket. If you push to the right, and if you push it a bit further, that basically makes the bucket dump faster. So it's easier for unloading the bucket faster. I know this button, this lever here, for when this is cruise control. So you start driving, and then you can lift this up and set it to whatever, it will set to whatever speed you're driving at, and take your foot off the pedal. And to disengage that, you push the brake pedal here. It's very easy. But it does not disengage if you want to use the backwards and forwards pedals. Those will lock hard and won't move. So first time using it, you're trying to disengage the cruise control. Using the forwards and backwards pedals will not work, I believe. Apart from that, that's pretty much it on this machine. There's a couple little bits like the mirrors. The mirrors are completely flexible, you can take them in and out. The roll bar does come out, you just need to unbolt this here and this here, and they will fold back on itself, and then I think you can put the bolts back in so you don't lose them obviously. You've got a nice toolbox here. Down here on your PTO shaft, on the PTO shaft cover there should be a chain, a little clip to it, and that chain will link to there. So the PTO shaft cover will not spin on, like the PTO shaft will not be connected to the PTO shaft cover and stop that from the cover from spinning. There should be a chain which hooks onto there, and that just stops that from spinning, keep it safer for you. Down we've just got a simple drawbar, not 3-point linkage, And for bonnet, this little key down here, push the key into it and lift the bonnet up. It'll just stay up. To remove these side panels here, these little yellow tabs, twist and pull, and that will allow you to slide the panel out and gain access on either side of the machinery. You can do exactly the same on this side as well, like that, and that just allows that whole panel there to be removed. You can remove all of that, apart from that bit there, that doesn't move. But that's really easy to just check that the engine is alright and everything. But apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. You can see down here, when you're all putting the mower deck on, these here want to be lined up. So these hooks here generally want to be pretty even as you're coming in to drive into them. And if the mower deck is cutting wonky, basically it means that these mower deck arms here, one of them is out of adjustment. And the way to fix that is this little bit here, which attaches to the mower deck arms, and you can take that off there and that'll drop down, and then you can wind or lower that one and it will basically raise or lower this side of the deck, or vice versa on the other side, whichever way it's not cutting straight, and slowly adjust that until it is cutting perfectly. Apart from that, I think that's pretty much. Oh, yep. Hang on. This is for your basically your differential. So if you're getting stuck in the mud, I've never found this helps at all, but that's what that's for. You hold that down with the back of your heel, and that will hold the wheels together simultaneously and stop them from spinning independently. Now the seat does not fold down, fortunately, but that is pretty much it on this machine. Very nice and tidy. Very easy to use. Okay.